I'm Natasha.
And I'm Hillary. And this is
the Gallberry Lit Club. This is a test.
Hold on. Hold, please.
Hello. Welcome everybody to official episode 3.
Yeah, we missed out because of the snow.
Yes, we had a huge snowstorm here in North Carolina. Well,
North Carolinians don't get snow, folks. When it snows, things shut down. There's no snowplows out on the roads. There's no way for me to get here.
There was no way.
We were just like, okay.
Yeah, so it was very interesting because the majority of the state got at least it was 5+ inches. There were many areas that got actually 2 feet of snow.
Yeah, we got a foot, I think.
And then there's my area that we were apparently in a pocket where nothing was happening. So the entire rest of the state was snowing, and we were sitting here where's the snow?
Where's the snow? Yeah.
What's happened? It's I was so upset because I was already having a bad week, and I was so excited for snow, and there was nothing happening.
There's nothing.
There was nothing and then I just, it sucked. And then we ended up only getting 2 inches, and everybody else was playing out in the snow, knee deep. In it. And my parents' condo out at the beach had 24 inches fall.
I bet you wished you had gone.
I wish I had. I told them, I was I wish we had been there instead.
Yeah, why weren't we there? No, we're always in the pocket. That's usually where we're at. Mm-hmm. Is everywhere around us will get everything else, but we're in the pocket. So it's interesting that you got that experience. We're usually but we usually don't get anything.
It was very, very interesting. But yeah, so that's why we had to scramble to figure something out here. So, but we are back together.
Hello.
And this is now episode 3, and we are going to be talking about book to screen adaptations.
Correct.
The good and the bad.
And the what's coming.
Yes. So before we get into it, we're going to explain the criteria for what we consider our favorite adaptations versus our least favorite adaptations. So first of all, we had to have also read the book.
Correct.
So we've had to read the book and also watch the movie.
That did not apply to Up and Coming. If we knew that we were going to read the book, or if we knew that we were interested in that book before it came out, because it's not out yet, we did allow that. But for best and worst, it had to be.
Yeah, for our personal already favorites and least favorites, we had to at least have read the book so that we have a decent judgment. But secondly, because these are more of our own personal feelings toward these adaptations, they're not exactly based on the faithfulness of the book. Some of them are, but it's not the deciding factor.
Yeah, we didn't hold to.
Yes, because I know that some of my favorite adaptations stray pretty far from the book and actually kind of make it better.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I put one on the worst just because it's not an adaptation. It's not. It's good. I love it. It's not an adaptation.
It's that's way far, way removed from the book.
Yeah.
But so it's faithfulness to the book is not a factor that we are considering in order to judge it as our favorite or not. But it does. It can have. It can be part of the reason.
It can be,
but it is not the deciding factor. So, I don't know if we would like to just start by listing off.
Go.
We can start by listing off our honorable mentions. So movies that we know are book adaptations that we maybe haven't read the books for.
Yeah.
But they're some of our favorite movies.
I only have one.
You only have one?
Time. Yeah, I read everything else.
Okay.
Into best and worst. No, the only one that I have on my and it's just in the best is the Princess Bride.
Uh-huh.
I adore that movie. It
You
is one of
do.
my favorite
One of your
movies.
favorites.
Yes, it is. As you, I have a full poster it's just The Princess Bride. It's really cute, and it says "As You Wish." And it's like an old movie poster. It's really cool. But yeah, The Princess Bride is one of my all-time favorite movies. I've just never read the book. Like, I know it's an adaptation. Never read
But
the
never
book.
read it.
So I'll
Yeah.
put that in there as like it's great, it's wonderful, and I like to imagine that it is pretty true to the book, just because the people that did it probably would have taken that into account, but I don't know.
So for me, I didn't realize how many of my favorite movies are book adaptations. It's like I obviously knew these were, but I just didn't realize how many of them actually were and how many of them I hadn't read. So I have quite a few honorable mentions. Number 1 is Jurassic Park. That's
Okay.
one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yep.
Have never read the book. Forrest Gump is another one. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. I know the book is different from the movie. I just don't know to what extent. Another one is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know why, but as a child, I never read that book. It was
No,
in
I
the
never-
classroom.
yeah, I've
just
never-
never got to it.
Neither have I.
Another one, one of my favorite horror movies is It.
Never read the book.
Never read the book.
Yep.
The Wizard of Oz. I've never read The Wizard of Oz either. That's one of my favorite movies. Same with Lord of the Rings. Have not read the books. And Holes. I love Holes.
I love Holes. Holes.
That
is
sounds so.
It's I love. Let me rethink that. Holes.
I love
the movie.
The movie Holes.
With Shia LaBeouf.
The movie Holes, starring Shia LaBeouf, written
Shia
by
LaBeouf.
Louis Sacker.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't actually know how to
I
pronounce his
don't,
last
I
name.
don't have no idea. However, it is such a good movie. That is one of those movies that's like, I think people forget, one, that it's a movie in the first place, but two,
Yeah.
that it's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, this was such a good movie, and peak for like our childhood.
Yes.
As something that would entertain us.
Yes.
And then we look at the crap they put out now, and we're just like,
It's like, oh god, I still remember when that movie was not. I don't want to say premiering, but they were finally releasing it on the Disney Channel.
Disney Channel, yeah.
And you know how like back then, when anything was released on the Disney Channel, they would have like commercials for it nonstop to get you to.
Yeah.
I still remember watching those, and like they had the scene where like Kate Barlow's like, and you'll never find it, and I was like, what is this?
I gotta
What is
know.
this?
I need to know.
and so like when it premiered, I was like, I'm sat for this.
Yeah, I cried.
Sat. And that movie changed
Yeah.
my brain chemistry. I had to have been like 10 years old.
Fully cried
Yep.
at that, yeah. Because it's sad.
I can fix that.
Sam
I
can't
can
fix
fix
nothing. He can't fix nothing no more.
Oh god, don't get me started.
You'll tear, like, thinking about,
Uh,
that sucked. I was like, this is a great movie, but that sucked.
Yeah.
Why'd I have to go through that pain as a 12-year-old
You know what?
or whatever?
If I was Kate, I probably would have turned into a what is that called? What
The
bandit?
something, yeah. She did.
What did they call that back then? Why am I blanking
I
on
don't
the
know.
word
I'm
for
going.
the Wild
My mind
West?
is going Black Widow, and that's just not where it's
No.
supposed to go. Yeah, I think Bandit was kind of the term.
An outlaw. There we go.
Outlaw.
Jesus.
Okay, we got there.
We got there.
She did become an outlaw
She did. Yeah.
on purpose.
I would have done that too. Honestly.
I would have followed suit.
Yep.
My precious Sam. Okay. All right.
All right. So, shall we start with our favorite adaptations? Oh no, what happened?
Yes. No, it's fine. No, let's do worst to best.
Oh, worst to best?
Worst to best.
Okay.
You always start with the worst. Then you do the best.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like you hear the bad news
You-
first.
you
and
right.
then
Well, I know one of the ones on my least favorite list is on your favorite list. So I think we'll talk. I think we can talk about that one when you get to your
I
best
think I took
list.
it off.
Oh, you took it off?
Wait, which one was it?
Daisy Jones
Oh, I took it. It's still there, but I didn't put it on
your best.
on the list to talk about.
Oh, okay.
I had like 10. I had to choose, so I was like, well, I liked it, but I've got others I want to. So
Okay, so then I think I can. I'll
So just
I'll
talk
go
about
ahead and just.
Daisy Jones, guys. It's
All right.
on her.
So well, okay. Let's hold up. Hold on.
Hold on.
All
She,
right.
she
I
just
gotta-
adjusted in the chair. I want you to
have
know.
I have to sit and
Also, I'm
prepare
just gonna-
prepare myself.
That hurts. Okay.
So, starting with our least favorites, Daisy Jones and the Six, made in 2023. It is a not a mini series. It's a full series. Original book by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Wait, who we love.
Yes. Now, I put it on my least favorite list, but I didn't dislike it. It wasn't bad. It just, I think, and this is coming from somebody who, like, I recently just read the book, and I didn't,
You're welcome.
yes, I didn't love the book, and the only reason I feel like I didn't is because of the way that it was formatted, and we could sit here and talk about that for hours, so I don't want to get into it too much.
I do find it
But-
interesting that you didn't like that format, but you do like.
Oh, I love
like
the interview.
mockumentary
I think
style.
the thing is that I love the interview format for books. I really do. But I think that one, first of all, there were so many characters involved.
There's a lot, yeah.
And it was like only in interview format, whereas like books like Evelyn Hugo and
The favorite.
The Favorites, they flip-flop back and forth between interview
Yeah, okay.
and so
yeah,
it's like
so it's like full. I also had the same critique with that book.
yeah,
and
because
then-
it's not that it's not, because of what happens in the book, it really does add to the effect of like, there's a lot of nuance in there between the
Yeah.
relationships.
which is that was why I like the TV show better.
Yeah, well,
The nuance is there. Oh, whoops.
oops.
Chaos. It's fine.
But the problem is that after a while it got stale. It got to be a little too much.
Yeah.
So I didn't hate it though. It just, I think it could have done maybe better without that format. But then,
Well, I think, but even if you did half and half, I think it would have even been better
Yeah.
with that.
yeah,
And that's
yeah.
why, again, I think I liked the TV show because it broke up that. Like, you saw the action in their lives
Yeah,
as opposed to just seeing the
just seeing
interview.
the interview.
So I thought that was really important
Mm-hmm.
to have that breakup, and you get to kind of see it through Daisy's eyes
Yeah.
or see it through Billy's eyes. So it could have been an honorable mention. I didn't honorable mention it because I've read the book.
Right.
So I was like, I'm not going to honorable mention what I've read, but I mean, I really enjoyed the TV show. I felt like they did a great job. The songs were amazing.
Oh, I loved
Have
the
listened
songs.
to the album.
Me too. I loved the songs. I think they did great with that.
Yeah.
And so just from here on out, there probably will be spoilers. So if you have not read this book and you want to, or you haven't seen the series, I will probably be getting into spoiler territory.
There's spoilers probably throughout.
There,
so
I think this episode will be
we'll put a
pretty
spoiler
spoilery.
tag on the
Yeah.
front of it. So you can literally just. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Chaos.
But the series made me appreciate the book more.
Yeah.
And it's not that I didn't like the series. I thought everyone did a great job. I think everyone was perfectly cast.
Oh yeah.
I was like that. That is
full
Daisy.
on.
That is Billy. That is
Billy,
Camilla.
That is Camilla. Yeah. It was
They
like
were perfect.
And I didn't read it first. I watched it first.
Oh.
Usually I do. Usually I will watch a thing and then want to go read it.
Because generally the book, it's going to be better.
Because I know the book's going to
generally.
be better, and I don't want to be disappointed when I watch the media. So But also, as we previously talked about, I think I'm a less harsh critic on adaptations simply because I don't have a movie in my head.
Ah.
So,
Yeah,
like,
and
I'm
we
a
know
little,
that, yeah.
I can picture things. It's like when I pictured Billy Dunn, Sam Claflin was Billy Dunn.
Yeah.
Like, that
It's crazy because
makes perfect sense.
I was imagining Riley Keough the entire time, and it's like, oh, she's in the show.
Yeah, she
Because I
is.
love her. And she, oh my god, and she can
And
sing.
she can
She
sing.
inherited those
And
Elvis
she
genes.
doesn't want to talk about that either. In like
It's
all the interviews
crazy.
and stuff, she's like, I can't sing. Like,
They're
no,
like,
yes, you can,
girl,
honey.
yes, you can.
But like the chemistry between her and Billy, it made me want them to have a happy ending, knowing that he was married to Camilla.
Camilla.
The whole time, I'm like, but
I,
they're perfect for each other. I don't, and
I,
I do not support adultery,
yeah,
but
no.
it was just the way that the story was told. You find Billy and you find Daisy at this really dark part in their lives, and they are the light for each other. They pull each other kind of out of that space a
I
little bit.
disagree.
Well, no. Okay, so what I'm saying by that is like they ultimately the decision for Daisy to get better, the decision for Billy to get better, that comes from a place within. They didn't do that for each other.
Yeah, no.
But I think that they showed the other what life could be and that there was a reason to try to get out of where they were. They
I can
didn't
see
do
that.
that for each other,
Right.
but they did give each other
Right.
like the push that was needed to say, okay, well, this is what life could be. Let me try to work on that, especially where Daisy is concerned. If you read the book and you watched the show, they cut out a part in the book that I felt like probably needed to be there, but also I understand because it does change Daisy's story a little bit. The conversation between Camilla and Daisy.
That part pissed me off. That conversation needed to be in the show.
It needed to be in the show.
It did.
But I also felt like at the same time, having it taken out of the show, I saw where they were trying to go. Which is that they
Yeah.
wanted to make it Daisy's choice.
Yeah.
Daisy's decision. Daisy's thought process. This was not about Camilla and Billy. This was fully about Daisy. And it needed to be. Her choosing herself over Billy was important, I think.
Yeah.
And the way that they cut that out so that they could have it, like, because obviously the conversation with Camilla in the book does drive her to just go.
Yeah.
But with the show and the way they reworked it with the show, it makes it very much a Daisy choice.
Yeah.
And I think
I can
that's-
see that.
I see what they were doing.
Yeah.
I hated they cut it just because I love Camilla and I think she deserved her roses. But I mean, I get you did that because you wanted it to be Daisy chooses to get better for Daisy's own reasons.
Yeah.
So I get that.
I think that the beauty about the book, because again, after I watched the show, I appreciated the book more. The beauty about it was the nuance and the ambiguity in all of their relationships.
Oh yeah.
And I felt I felt the show kind of just blatantly spelled it out for you.
They leaned a little harder.
Yeah,
In the book, it's not as obvious
Yeah.
that Billy and Daisy ever were like a thing. And though they don't show it in the TV show, they definitely lean in. And
I
they
think
did.
the show was almost like a little too heavy on their romance, because like in the book, I mean, it's like Billy's whole thought process and his whole life just becomes trying to be better for Camilla's sake, because she's my wife and look at what I did. And that was another thing. I personally thought it was a mistake not to show the first tour, not to show more of the first
Yeah.
tour where he got completely out of control.
Oh, yeah, because there was more than that.
'Cause,
There was
like,
way more than that.
I mean, honestly, I feel like this show should have been an HBO show
Yeah.
because you could have shown so much more. And not to be like, it's like because they got to show this because it's in the book. It's not. It just there's certain things.
You didn't see his downfall.
It was
way that you saw it.
And
in
it's
the book.
like it would have been a little more impactful for the audience to understand why he ended up the way that he ended up.
And why he came back home the way he did, and like every bit of it.
And it was the same with Daisy too.
'Cause,
They
like, he
they
didn't-
didn't show her and her drug addiction or
No.
any of her habits until after she was already in the band.
Yeah, and that was always there. That was always
Like,
something
from the
she
beginning.
used to kind of escape, and
Yeah.
so so that you dulled their edges a little bit, and I don't think it should have been dulled. Like the fact that like when his daughter is born, he goes to the hospital.
Yeah,
Like they don't show that in the
Or
TV show.
Actually, well, no, he does.
he does. He's outside
He's outside, but he's like, I can't.
he doesn't go
in.
inside.
Yeah.
He can't do it. He actively makes the choice not to be there for his daughter's birth when in the show it's kind of portrayed as like he didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Like she sent
Well,
him to rehab.
He was. I know that one of the episodes ended with that scene where like Teddy takes him to the hospital and he tells him I can't go inside. So like they kind of still did it,
But not
not to the extent.
No, that he's withdrawing the entire time, and there's an ugly side to drug use.
Yeah.
And I don't think that gets shown a lot.
I think that was I think the most important part of the book
It was.
because this guy who goes to rehab after basically screwing up his entire life while on tour and almost screwing up his marriage ends up with this girl in the same band who is struggling with the same addictions that he was, and she almost like represents temptation for her.
For him.
Because or
And
for
I think,
him, yeah.
I think he's trying to help her too. I think a lot of
he
it,
is.
it comes from like, I see a lot of myself in this and I want her to do better and be better. So.
But like one of the scenes that stands out in the book is when he goes remember when she was supposed to be recording with them and she ends up getting like
drunk
blasted at the party
pool and falls in, and
he said it's like the first thought in my mind wasn't what a mess she is, it's she knows how to have fun.
Yeah.
And that's why he needed to leave, because he's like, I'm gonna make a mistake if I don't leave.
Yeah, he sees a lot of himself in her and who he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that adaptation, I'm the opposite. I don't think the adaptation was bad. I actually appreciated it because they did add in those like life moments between the interview, and I felt like that was necessary.
Yeah.
But I also can see where you might feel the opposite, like they didn't go hard enough and they should have.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of
It was
like
too
some
short.
things were there were smaller things that I feel really impacted the show. Like there's one band member that in the show he quits because he's going to dental school.
Oh yeah.
In the book, it's because he's going to Vietnam, and he dies in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And that
It's a little
kind of
heavier.
becomes the well,
Yeah.
it's like this is the time, this is the 60s. At
Yeah.
least at that point it was like the late 60s. And like I know that in the book that becomes like this huge thing
It's
in
a
Billy's
thing.
mind,
Yeah,
where
it
he's
is.
like that could have been me, that could have been any of us.
Yeah.
And instead here we are, trying to make this band work when there's people like I forget the name of
I don't
that guy's
remember,
character,
but I do remember him leaving for dental school.
Yeah.
And being a little bit shocked when I read the book, and I was like, "Oh, he didn't go to
I was like,
he didn't go to dental school."
And I thought Miss Karen was done dirty in the show.
Yeah.
That was not the same Karen as
That was
the
not
book.
the same Karen as a book. She lost her spark.
Yeah. It's like, because Karen in the book, she makes a huge, she makes it a point that when the record label told her to wear lower cut shirts, she was like, absolutely not. And what is she wearing in the show?
Low cut shirt.
Low cut shirts
All
the
the time.
entire time.
The entire time. They dulled her.
They didn't. It's just not the same Karen at all, and like the whole thing between her and
And his brother.
yeah, and Graham, right?
And Graham.
I think it was done better in the book instead of the show, and
No, I agree. I do agree with that.
so I think that's
and then
the
you
only
missed,
reason why.
you missed on like, I think it was Daisy that kind of had a moment with Karen about the AB word that we're not going to say.
Oh yeah, yes.
Daisy had a moment with her. We missed
think
that.
so.
They didn't do that. We did see the Karen moment, or not the Karen moment, the
With
Camilla.
Camilla.
The Camilla moment. We didn't see the Daisy moment, and I thought there was such. You saw a little bit of it in the final show.
Mhm.
There was such a love between Daisy and Karen.
Mhm.
No one got to see in the TV show,
Yeah.
and I think that was hurtful for. Because they loved each other. They loved each other
Yeah.
very much and were there for each other and supported each other. And it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. We didn't get
Yeah.
to see that.
I also think that the dissolution of the band at the end
Mm-hmm.
in the book was done better as far as like why, like people's motivations,
Mm-hmm.
because like the whole thing with Karen and Graham, like Graham was selfish.
Yeah.
He like
Oh, he
royally
was.
messed up.
No,
And
he
then
royally
in
messed
the
up.
movie or in the show, it was like it wasn't. I don't know.
They
It didn't
kind of
make
made
it as
Karen seem like that she was sorry for it.
yeah.
And she never should have felt that
No,
way.
because she didn't in the book.
She didn't in
It's
the
like
book.
Graham made her feel bad for making that decision for herself
And that was a decision she could make for
because
herself.
he
I
wanted a
do-
family.
I
And it's like, well, what
do-
about her?
But I do definitely think she should have had a conversation with him. That part I agree on. Absolutely, she should have had a conversation with him about it. But he also should have respected that it was her body she was going to have to go through.
Yeah,
With. So I think there was mistakes on both sides, right?
because in the show, he was more upset at the fact that she didn't.
She didn't talk to him about it.
No, it was that she didn't tell him so that he could have been there with her.
Yeah.
In the book, that wasn't even like in the book he was like, no, I don't want you to have this because I want to have a family with you because I want kids, and he didn't respect her
He didn't
decision
respect her
because
decision
she
at
wanted
all.
to prioritize
So
her job.
they softened him a little for
Yeah, they did.
the TV show, and I agree with that because I do think he needed to look at it from a different perspective. Being
I
upset
guess.
with her for not talking to him about it, and being upset with her for not allowing him to be there for her, I think are valid reasons to be upset in that situation. Being upset because she did that and you wanted a family.
It's like, come on, dude.
And come on,
Yeah.
it's
And he was like, oh, we can get another keyboard player. And she's like, so you're expecting me to quit
yeah.
and just be
And
a
he
mom?
was,
And
and
she's
he
like, I don't
was.
want that.
And she didn't want it. And that was the catalyst for it all, is
Yeah.
that she knew she wouldn't be supported as a woman rock star who is with child. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, if that's not going to work, then I'm going to do what I got to do for myself.
Yeah.
So we've talked too long.
Yeah, yeah. One more thing, really quick. Really quick.
Mm-hmm.
The album cover in the book was better.
Yeah, it was. I agree with that.
I was
I
so
was.
excited to see that
I know, and
in the
and it
adaptation,
didn't.
and it wasn't there.
And it wasn't there.
And it's a plot point
It's a plot
because
point.
at that point it's like it becomes like almost legendary, where it's like, look at this album cover that's a result of these two band members hating the hell out of each other.
And at the point in the show when they have that, they've already started their flirtation journey.
Yeah.
So it's like again, we've dulled a lot.
We've dulled it.
And I think you're right. Had it been with a different network, that might not have been
Yeah.
as dull. It's like one of the shows I'm going to talk about with the best came from a Canadian
Yes.
production company.
Mhm.
And that's the way they wanted it, because they tried to go American and they almost ruined it.
Yeah, no.
So it's like you really have to be careful with the production company that you're choosing to make these adaptations as
Yeah.
well. Anyway, moving
Moving on. What is your first least favorite?
on. The Dark Tower.
Oh, see, I haven't seen this and I haven't read this, so I don't
We've
know.
read it, and
Oh no, I've heard things about it. I know it's universally disliked.
we were so excited.
Oh
And
no.
it's Matthew McConaughey, and it's I think
Is
Idris
it Idris
Elba,
Elba? Yeah.
and it's got it's like, okay, all right, cool, like let's do this. And we were super excited for it, waited for it to come out, didn't watch any trailers, just wanted to kind of go into it and enjoy it. We'd read the book, that we'd at least read the first book, and I believe both of us had read up to like book 3 at this point. There's 7 books
Oh
in the
wow.
series. And they shoved all 7 books
In
into
one movie?
one like 2-hour movie.
How do you do that?
You don't. Not very well. You don't. Because
oh my god.
you miss plot points that are vital to understanding why the story is the way that it is.
Oh.
And you make just a terrible movie that doesn't even resemble the source material at the end of it. Like, yeah, okay, the basic plot points were there, but you're missing so much.
It's like at that point, why do you even bother to name something the same way?
I mean, you could do like Wuthering Heights and put freaking quotations on it. I don't.
Yeah.
But what you don't do is shove 7 books into one doggone movie. You just don't.
That's like the same. That's like if the series that shall not be named. That's it. Like if you put that all in one movie, that's the most impossible thing you could possibly do.
Yeah, you can't do that. There are too many plot points. There are too many important developing stories, developing characters, backgrounds that are there for a reason that you have now confused everyone about. So,
Oh man,
I'm actually gonna change it. Do you have 3 or 4 on your?
I
list?
have 2. I have 1, 2. I technically have 5, but there's like 1 that I don't have to talk about, and like 2 of them are quick.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I can add. I just thought of another one.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you can add one.
Because I got 3 right here, and then I
Okay.
just thought about the other one that's stupid. But yeah, the anybody that's a diehard fan of the Dark Tower series went into it and came out of it and was like, "What did we just watch?
I
What
heard
is that? What is this?" Because it doesn't make any sense. Now, I think if you had watched the movie and you had never read the books, you might not have been as disappointed, but it just didn't. It didn't. It didn't relate to the source material. It didn't relate to the fans that were going to see it. This is an obscure series
Yeah, to begin
written
with.
by Stephen King. It was the first book series he ever wrote.
Oh my god.
No one knows about it. At least at the time, no one really knew about it. It was a more obscure thing because everybody knows him for his horror. This is not horror. This is a fantasy world. So this is completely off what he is known for. So you're already coming into this with a very niche fan base. And the very niche fan base kind of disappeared because it was like no one wanted.
Oh, that sucks so bad.
It does. It did.
It's like they had the opportunity to really do something with this. And it's like, take this thing that's not very well known and actually make it something really special and bring people in and get them interested
And
in it.
and it didn't.
Oh, man, that sucks.
And I wonder if like Stephen King just could not get a multiple movie book deal and so just decided to try to go all in with one. I don't know what happened. But it would have been fine if you had stretched it and done even 3 movies. And did like 3 books for each one or 2 books for each one, or it's like you could have gotten away with even that if you were going to do 2-hour long movies and make each book like an hour long. Like there's exposition for that. There's a way to do that I feel like would have fit the genre, but because you shoved all 7 of them into one movie, it's confusing. It doesn't make sense. You're missing out on plot points that need to be there. It's not okay. So
Oh, that sucks.
Dark Tower.
Well,
Moving on.
moving on. All right. My second one was actually a recent adaptation. It is His and Hers that came out in 2026 on Netflix. Original book is by Alice Feeney, which I read last year. This I gotta adjust in my seat here and kind of rev up for this one
I
because
love seeing your facial expressions behind the mic. It's just like,
let me tell you about this.
let me
All right.
get in my stance to hate.
So the book wasn't bad. I think I gave it a 3-star because I at least was engaged throughout.
Yeah.
But then the plot twist at the end happens,
Yeah.
and you're like, where the hell did this come from?
Yeah. What am I doing?
You're like, huh? And I'm glad that it wasn't just me, like, because afterward I read other reviews, and like pretty much universally everyone was like, what the hell was that? And it's centered, just to summarize it a little bit. It takes place in England. It is an English setting, and the female main character is a reporter for BBC, and then the male main character is a police officer.
Okay.
And he lives in a smaller town, and it's like, I don't want to get too into it unless you do care if I spoil much of it. Don't spoil. Okay.
My general feeling on things with plot twists is like, don't spoil it as much as you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't really going to talk on that too much, but so basically these two main characters are intertwined though because they're divorced.
Okay.
They were married at one point.
Okay.
And they lost their baby, and that's why they
fell
apart.
A lot of people can't make it.
Yeah. So that is the general idea of it, and a murder happens in this small town where the guy is now working as a cop, which happens to be the female main character's hometown. And so she kind of wants to prove herself to the network because something has happened at the network that she's not happy about. So she goes back to the hometown to investigate it. And then they obviously run into each other, and a whole thing ensues. And plot twist at the end happens. That's just like, okay. So
Mid plot twist.
So it was like, it wasn't a bad book. I think it kept me entertained throughout, and I didn't mind the main characters. Because the whole thing is that he's basically, at least the male main character is, he's strung out, man. Like, he's divorced. He's a cop in a town he hates. He's like, I should have, because he used to work in London. But yeah, things happened. And anyway, so then they made the series, and it's starring Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal.
Okay.
This does not take place in England. This takes place in Georgia, in the good old USA.
I feel like that changes a lot.
It sure did. It sure did. If the book was mid, the show was beyond mid. And actually, from what I see, because like everybody that I have seen online reacting to this show, they're people that haven't read the book, so they're watching the show and they're like, what the hell is this show? Like, this is...
I got told to watch it,
Really?
but I got my hair done.
I
got told to
It's
watch
like,
it.
I didn't absolutely hate it or anything.
That's a
but
small town.
But the
They're
choices...
kinder.
Well, the choices they made for this show were very interesting. I'm going to say that the only thing they did right is the plot twist, because they change an aspect to it that makes it make more sense.
Okay.
So when it got to the plot twist, because I watched it more out of curiosity to see how they would do it, And I was like, you know what? I applaud you for that, because
That's better, yeah.
it's like it's funny how the book went from this book is decent to what the hell, and then the Netflix show is what the hell to okay, that was decent.
Like, you did great with that, thanks.
But I think they made the two main characters in the show so unlikable. They're not really supposed to be that likable in the book either, but I liked them.
Redeemable qualities.
Yeah,
Like we talked
yeah.
about. You need redeemable
Yeah.
qualities.
In the
You
show
don't have
though,
to
that
be
you were
likable.
like, it's like, what in the world? The only character that stayed, I feel like the only character that stayed consistent with between the book and the show was the assistant. She's not an assistant cop. I can't remember. She's not an intern either, but she's like newer to the force, and she's kind of like shadowing the main guy. She was the best part of the show too, and they took one aspect out of the book, or they took one aspect from the book, and did not put it in the show, which I thought was a good choice. But yeah, that was something.
You just got done with it. You're like, I don't know how to feel about any of that.
Yeah, it actually, again, like, it made me appreciate the book, even if the plot twist was bad.
Like, you were like, okay, well, that's better. Okay.
It was better the way they did it, because when I was reading the book, I was like, okay, but this person, that, because of what you did, that makes no sense. And then, but in the show, it's like, hell yeah, I would have done the same.
Okay. So that they made it make sense. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so that was your.
That was my second least favorite.
What's your second least favorite? I'm gonna go for Wicked.
Oh.
Just because it's not a book adaptation. I love Wicked. I think it's a great movie. I loved the adaptation from Broadway musical to screen.
Right.
I thought they did great with that. The songs were amazing. Like, I have nothing but good things to say about Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's not a book adaptation. It's not. It's a Broadway adaptation. It's not a book adaptation. So therefore, this is where I'm staying true to the plot line in there.
Right.
Is it's not a book adaptation. It just isn't. It is nowhere near the book. I hate it. I hated the book. And I'm glad that they did not adapt that into a movie. I'm glad that they did what they did. But for the purpose of it's not a book adaptation, it is simply a Broadway one.
Well, then, would this not be more under, like, best adaptations? Because it strays so far from the book and makes it better?
Oh, that's a good thought process. No, when I wrote it down purely because it's like, this isn't a book.
It's nowhere near the book.
It's not a book. It's not. It is a Broadway musical adaptation to screen. It is not a book adaptation. Therefore, it's worse. Love it. We'll be rewatching it multiple times this year, I'm sure. Not a book adaptation. And I stand by that.
Okay. I can see that.
Because it's not. It's not.
Yeah,
They didn't even. There's not one plot line that they used from the book. There is nothing from the book that was used. It's just not. So yeah.
Okay, so then I can see how that would be like under worst book adaptations, because it's not an adaptation at all.
It's not.
Okay.
The only thing that I think that is the same is that she went to that college.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
That's it.
I only know about one thing in that book, and
we can't say that on this podcast.
We can't say it, and I don't want to read it because of that.
It's not. You don't need to read it because of that. You don't need to read it for any reason. No, it's not, and I love Wicked. I really, truly do. What I thought was hilarious was when Target decided to market the younger crowd by popping Glinda and Elphaba on the front
cover of the book.
Cover, and then little girls are gonna want to go over there and grab that book, and I'm thinking, you've not read that.
And I know we talked about this, and I don't remember if
The
it was
worst.
the first episode.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Because I remember I had that thought process. Because I never saw the Broadway show, so I didn't really know anything. I knew it was a book, I knew it was a play, and I know it's a movie now. And I remember going to Second and Charles, and I was like, I should pick up the book because I love that movie.
Nope.
And yeah,
I probably got a couple of book sales from that. But
I'm
no,
sure.
it's not. It's not.
Oh, God.
So, moving on.
All right. All right. Are you ready for this one, kids?
I don't know if I am.
Okay, so what's interesting is that when I was making this list, I had accidentally put, at least in my best category, I had put a lot of the books that I had already talked about in a previous in our best books episode. And I was like, oh man, I should probably switch it up so I don't talk about the same books over and over again. But there was one that I had mentioned in my honorable mentions that is in my worst adaptation.
Oh, no. Okay.
And that is Eragon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
I liked that movie when I first watched it.
So did I.
And then you read the book. And then everyone read the book.
Well, see, here's the thing. So I was in 8th grade when that movie came out. And I am a dragon girl. I have always been, you know how there's horse girls and there's wolf girls? Well, I was a dragon girm my entire life.
I should have just pitched Fourth Wing with dragons from the start.
You did.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, that's what made me want to read it.
Okay, good. I'm sitting here like, why didn't I just say it's
That's
dragons?
literally what you said.
Okay.
You were like, you like dragons? What? You should probably read Fourth Wing.
No, and then you gave me such a hard time with it, and I was just like, just read it.
That is
just read it.
That's gonna be.
It's coming.
A very.
It's coming,
episode.
Folks. She's on the last 100 pages.
Yes.
Everybody pray for her.
So I will say absolutely nothing. You'll just wait and see.
Sorrows, prayers. That's what she needs because she's on the last 100 pages. There's no way she needs tissues and prayers, guys.
But anyway, so when this movie came out, I was in 8th grade, and I was like, it's got a dragon in it. I'm pumped for this. This is like my Super Bowl. So I went to see it for my birthday, and I was obsessed. I loved everything about it. I thought it was the best movie of all time. I went and I bought the book, and as I said in my honorable mentions, best books episode, I got in trouble for reading this book in class, and I got in trouble for reading this book at home because I wouldn't put it down and I wouldn't shut up about it. So, I'm just gonna say, watching this movie as an adult was a humbling experience because, my God, it's bad.
It's not good.
My God.
It was not a good adaptation.
It was not.
No.
It truly was not. And I'm like, 8th grade me. You good?
Well, it was probably a good movie, but it's not a good adaptation.
No. It's not a good adaptation because it's a bad movie.
Oh, I haven't watched it as an adult.
No,
maybe that's why.
No. This movie is bad in every possible, like, it's actually baffling. Like, I remember, like, putting it on with, like, a bunch of my cousins at home, and this was, like, years later, because I was like, oh, you're gonna love this movie. This movie is so good. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, huh.
I don't remember
this being this bad.
You know what, though? Maybe it was like, what is it called when you remember a thing, but it's not the thing that you remember? Like the Bernstein Bears.
Mandela effect.
And the Mandela. Maybe there's a Mandela.
I don't think it's a Mandela effect. I think it's just that when you're a child, you see things differently. But it's interesting because there's so many movies that I loved as a kid that I know are bad movies, and as an adult I watch them and I still see them as if I was watching them as a kid.
They're
and
still
I love
good
these
for
movies.
You. Yeah. There are some movies that
Yeah.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
I can't watch.
You can't what? That's like one of the best movies ever.
Yeah, but I'm a parent, so
Oh.
yeah, but I have a different perspective now. We
see.
watched it because I loved Mrs. Doubtfire growing up, and then we watched it last year. We were like, "Hey, you want to watch Mrs. Doubtfire?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's funny. Let's watch it. And then spent the entire movie pissed off at the wife.
Yeah.
Pissed off at the wife. Like, it couldn't even enjoy it. Was so angry at her.
And honestly, I when I watched that movie recently again, I actually was really upset because the guy, her boyfriend, Pierce Brosnan's character, he did nothing wrong. He wasn't a jerk.
He wasn't a jerk.
He was so not like, I feel like if they really wanted us to feel bad, like extra bad for Robin Williams' character, they would have made this man a jerk that like bullied his kids or something.
But they didn't. They just made him like a
nice
well-reserved guy. It's like he's just not crazy.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have... He's not more fun.
Like,
he's more reserved.
But he was such a fun dude, and like he treated them really well, and he treated her really well. Mm-hmm. And it's like he didn't deserve to get food poisoning at
He did not.
But
he did not. However, I did spend the entirety of that movie just angry at Mom. I was just like, this is stupid. You're mad at him for having fun.
Yeah.
You're mad at him because he's a little less responsible and a little more fun.
It's like...
And as somebody who has a husband who is a lot on the fun side... And he can be serious, and he is serious where business is concerned and, like, making sure our family is okay. Mm-hmm. But he is so unserious. Like, he is the most unserious man. And it's part of why I love him, and it's part of what makes life fun.
And I can understand her point of view where it comes to, like, him and her are not compatible for each other anymore because like she really thinks he just doesn't take anything seriously, and I know a lot of relationships are like that where it gets to a point where it's like can you it's like this is real life. We have responsibilities, but
what
take
you don't
away the
do
kids
but what you don't do is try to get sole custody of the children because he's a little unserious.
It's like, did he mistreat them? No. And it's like, did you ask the kids?
He had a job.
The kids clearly wanted to be around him.
It's not like he didn't have a job. He had a job. Like, he was not at home, not cleaning, not cooking, not...
But he clearly cared for his kids.
He cared for his kids. He cared for his family. He cared for his wife. He was not a bad person. He was simply a little unserious. Yeah. And she spent the entire movie trying to ruin his life. And I was just like...
It's like...
I can't. I've never watched again because I can't.
It made me mad when I watched it. I'm not even a parent. I just have a cat. But anyway...
That's a parent.
But so... Eragon is so bad that we just talked about a different movie.
That we just decided not to talk about Eragon. I'm sorry.
I think... I don't know. There was... Because... And the thing is I do need to go back and reread the book now as an adult to see how I feel about it. But I thought it was just such a magical experience at the time when I read it. And then when I watched the movie again as an adult, I just feel like there was so much... The heart wasn't there.
That is
series. The heart and the magic wasn't there.
That's a series I need to reread. Yeah. I haven't read it since I was in middle school.
Yeah, so I know it's like a universal thing. If you go online and you search up worst book adaptations,
it's in there. Yeah,
it's on the list.
I saw it a couple of times and I was like, I remember liking that movie.
Yeah, and I did too. And it's like I had the video game and everything. I mean, it's like if there's a dragon in it, I'm going to watch it. But man, even they did
Except
Saphira
Fourth
dirty.
Wing,
My
and then
girl
I have to
Saphira.
bribe her into freaking reading it. But
Listen,
whatever.
we're not going to get into that now because if we get into it now, I'm going to go on a full-on rant, and it's not going to be a rant about what you. It's not going to be what you think.
No, it's a good rant
is-
because
it
she
is-
just bought a Kindle cover that has Andarna, Sigale, and Tarn on it, as well as a Sigale and Tarn pen.
Listen. When I said I'm a dragon girl, through and through, when I tell you, I'll leave you with this. Mm-hmm. When the dragon spoke, I started crying.
I told her nothing about the dragons. I told her literally nothing other than War College dragons. You're gonna like it.
It's like again, we'll get into it in an upcoming
Not
episode.
here. Not here. Not now.
I cried. When a dragon starts talking, when a dragon chooses somebody, I start crying. Crying my eyes out instantly.
Cause you do, dear.
I love
Okay.
the show.
Anyway. Goodbye.
What is
All right,
your
moving
third?
I'm gonna go for Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the movie.
I got bored. I got bored, and that's why it's on this list. Is because I was bored. I read the book. I enjoyed the book. It was a nice. It was, I think based on like really what she did.
Because it was a true story, right?
I think so.
It was
I'm pretty sure it was a true story. I don't remember.
Actually, I think I watched a whole podcast episode.
Oh, did you?
Well, get into your reasons, and then I'll
You'll
make
do
some
you.
additional comments.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it is based on this woman's life. Like, I'm not gonna say it's a true story, but it is inspired by like the events of her life. I know that for sure. And I was intrigued by the book, enjoyed the book. It was a light read. It was not, it's the meaning of life is find your own happiness. Like it's a standard.
Yeah, because
Find yourself book.
Yeah,
it's not. We're not doing anything new here, folks. Like it's about the story is love yourself.
Yeah,
and
she goes
enjoy
through something,
life.
and she go through a divorce
I
or
believe
something like that.
It was like a divorce. And so like the book was good. I enjoyed the book, and it did. It did what it was supposed to. Reminded me to love myself.
Yeah.
Like make sure to take chances and do things and enjoy and what the importance of all of the aspects of our life are. Like I get it did what it was supposed to. Enjoyed it. Watched the movie. Got bored. Don't even remember finishing it. And I was just like, okay, well, there's that, I guess.
So I remember when the whole Eat, Pray, Love movement was like absolutely rampant in the, what was this, like mid 2000s?
Yeah, something like that.
Because like it was like every middle-aged housewife's.
Oh yeah, no, it was
like-
a whole movement of like
Yeah.
middle-aged women that were like, I need to go do my own version of Eat, Pray, Love,
I
which
know
they
it was a whole
then
thing.
used as a plot point
Yeah.
in the Gilmore Girls reboot.
No.
And I was just like, no, Lorelai, you don't hike, baby.
The author of this book, I recently watched like a whole podcast, and I'm not going to remember every detail, because it wasn't even actually that recent. I think it was like a good month and a half ago that I watched it. But this woman, like, obviously profited off of what she did, and then she wrote another book, that I'm pretty sure it like chronicled the life of her, because after the whole Eat, Pray, Love thing, I know she married another woman, and her spouse got, I don't remember if she had cancer or she got really ill and she was like dying. But this woman basically like isolated her wife from her family
Gross.
and like wrote a whole book
About doing
about
that?
all of it. It's very bizarre, and it's this whole thing, and I implore people to look into it because it is such a rabbit hole. and you're like, wow, this woman actually really sucked.
Oh God.
It was
I hate
yeah,
that.
it was very interesting.
Very on brand to then marry a
Yeah.
woman and
And
marry a woman and
then
isolate
be
or like
an absolute
that's on brand.
and then become an absolute heinous gaslighter
Yeah, that's on brand.
and then profit off of her death.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. It was a whole thing.
All right, moving on.
Alrighty.
Who's the next one? We're doing good.
Okay. Is this number 4 for me? I
Yeah.
believe, yes, number 4. We're going back to elementary school, kids.
Oh God. Every time we do this.
My number 4 least favorite adaptation is The Cat in the Hat,
Oh God.
made in 2003, starring Mike Myers,
This is what I mean by
book by Dr. Seuss.
every time we do this. Every time going back to my childhood is mentioned. It's just some unhinged bullshit is all that it is.
The only notes that I had for this was I had one bullet point. This is just no.
This is just no.
As much as I love Mike Myers, the absolute icon that he is, he gave us Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
he
not-
gave us
it's
Austin Powers.
But not Cat in the Hat.
he was horrifying.
He
in
was
this.
horrifying.
It was a level of uncanny valley that is so unsettling.
There are movies that should not be live
No.
action, and Cat in the Hat is one of them.
I just remember like I owned this movie as a child, and I can count the number of times that I have seen this movie in my life, and that is exactly 2 times.
And I feel
Because
like
I did
one
not
of those
like it
has
that
got to
much.
be against your will.
It was.
Was it one of them against your
It
will?
sure was.
Okay.
You know what it was? Is my husband downstairs. He put it on one day. He was like, I want to watch this because why not, right?
Oh God, John.
So we watched it,
Oh no.
and he was having the time of his life.
Oh God.
The
God.
absolute time of his life. He was laughing. He was like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen." And I was sitting there like, I hate this. I hate this.
Yeah, I imagine that John is the type of person that actually enjoys the Star Wars Christmas special.
He hates it.
He hates it.
I'm the one that's like, yeah, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It is fun. No, I'm not saying enjoying it as in like
like
satirically enjoying
fun,
it.
unironically.
Yeah, like you like this movie, not that you laugh at it because it's hilarious.
I feel like he unironically enjoyed The Cat in the Hat.
Yeah,
I couldn't even unironically love it. And I love a lot of really
Hated
bad...
it.
I love so many bad movies unironically.
like Mars Attacks.
I don't know if
Terrible.
I've ever seen Mars Attacks.
You should watch Mars Attacks. If
I'll
you've
have to
never
watch
seen
it.
it, you need to watch it because it is unironically like
Wait,
the
is
best. It's
Mars
terrible.
Attacks- No,
It is a cult favorite.
Is that
it
the
is-
one where all the...
It's the one where they're in the like terrarium. It's the terrarium.
Is that the one
aliens.
with the girl where she's like going like this?
I don't know. It's been a minute since I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't remember if
It's
I've
a
seen it.
cult. It's a cult classic. You would know if you had seen it. But it is a good cult classic. I really appreciate it.
You know which one we... Oh, I have seen that. I have
Yeah.
seen that. Yes. That
Yeah.
was good. That
It's
was
good.
I did
It's
like
good.
that.
It's a terrible movie, but
Yeah,
in a
but
fun
it's
way.
fun.
It's a fun movie.
You know what other You know what other movie was? It was so atrociously bad that like it's on our list of like
Never.
when we want to laugh at something, this
Yeah.
is what we're going to watch. Madam Web. Please watch it.
Okay.
It
will
is
do that.
so
I'm gonna text our bad movie group.
Yes, it
and
is
be like,
so
add Madam Web.
bafflingly bad that like me and John we were laughing throughout laughing throughout the whole thing, and like because every line delivery is like the opposite of a painting. It is it's like, oh my God, what is that one line that she says in the beginning where it's like, my mother was studying spiders in the Amazon when she died or something like that. It's the way that she delivers it is so like it's so serious.
It's
And it's like are you a good girl? And it has Sydney Sweeney in it. And she's her and Dakota Johnson just make that perfect pair of flat, monotoned, bad line delivery. Like the whole movie is just.
yeah.
And then you have the villain of the movie is the most villain ever. He's just like his whole reason of existing is just to villain. And all of his lines are dubbed. So every time he speaks, it doesn't match up. It doesn't match up with his words.
That's like The Way of the Dragon. Have you ever seen the Bruce Lee movie, The Way of the Dragon?
No.
Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's in a good way. In like I'm gonna laugh at this. Chuck Norris is in it.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious.
Oh.
It's got a 7.1 out of 10 rating on IMDb, and them people being nice.
Oh my god.
It is hilarious. And then there's like scenes of it, and you're just like, what are you doing, Bruce Lee? What are you doing? The other one is like Chucky. Like,
oh my god.
Chucky is great. Chucky is a cult classic.
I love
I'm sorry. Her child is missing, and you're asking her on a date. Like, we need to not,
oh my
sir.
god.
Okay, we're off topic again.
That's how bad the Cat in the Hat was.
That's how bad they. Again, this seems to be a running theme. Is like every time that there's something bad, we just change the topic. It's bad.
Anyway,
all right.
The Cat in the Hat. Don't watch it.
Yeah, my last one is Ready Player One.
Oh, you didn't like that?
For the same reasons I don't like The Dark Tower. I read the book.
Oh.
That is not the book.
Oh no. Oh no.
Let me spoilers for anybody that's not read this book. So you know he's on a quest to get the keys, right?
Yes.
Right. Do you know where he finds the first key?
Oh, I don't remember.
In the movie, it's a race.
Okay, yes, I do remember that.
In the book, it's on the school world, which is the only world that you cannot attack anybody on.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, that's the thing they don't tell you is, like, these kids go to school in the virtual world.
Right.
There's an entire world that is the school world in Hannigan's? I don't know.
Oh.
Not Hannigan's. In his world, there's, like, an entire school world. And underneath that, he put an old D&D map from an old, like, campaign that Wizards of the Coast printed.
Oh, wow.
He made it and put it underneath the school world. And at the end of it, when you get to the center, you have to battle a lich on a video game. On, I want to say it's Quest. I'm not sure how. I'm gonna fact check that real quick.
Fact checking.
But yeah, that's just the first egg. That's the first key, is that, and then a lot of the references were very modernized, like the gun girl from Overwatch. What's her name?
Oh yeah, was Widowmaker in that, or was it the other?
Oh, I think Widowmaker was in that, but it was the one that can like boop around on the map.
I know exactly which one you're talking about,
pilot
and I have completely forgotten all of those characters.
Yeah, so that's they made it relatable to Halliday's world. They made it relatable to now, to where we are now. Now, granted, this book was not written a long time ago.
Yeah, it's not old.
It was written and released on August 16th of 2011. So this was not released a very long time ago. This was released relatively recently ago, but it was written with a lot of like 80s, 90s references. And so things that they changed, or at least one of the things they changed, is number one, the way that you get the key, which was on the school world. The first gate on the planet Middletown, which is modeled after Halliday's childhood home. It was also like the school world. You play through the Dungeons of Daggerath video game in a recreation of Halliday's parents' house. And then you need to roleplay Matthew Broderick's character in the film War Game.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Fully different.
War Game. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's fully different.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so that and that was actually not, that was the first gate. The Dungeons and Dragons that I'm talking about, that was on, he deciphered a riddle and he realized that the first key was located on the planet Ludos, which is the same virtual world as his own online high school. It was a recreation of the Dungeons and Dragons module Tomb of Horrors. So this was an actual campaign map that was put underneath. In the tomb, he defeats an AI named Asurrak at the video game Joust. Joust was what he had.
Nice.
And it was like the booth games.
Oh, like an arcade cabinet?
Cabinet. It was an arcade cabinet of Joust. And
That's amazing.
He had to fight a lich.
That's
in
so
Joust.
cool.
Like, it was a 2-player game.
I actually think this is a really missed opportunity to make the movie, because these are all like 80s references.
These are all 80s references.
This would have been a great movie.
It would have been it would have been a great movie. I mean, there's like, he has to play a perfect game of Pac-Man, which I think is still in it. There's a Voight Kampf machine from Blade Runner, remake of the arcade game Black Tiger. There's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of 80s references.
There's a lot that was cut.
Can you imagine trying to get Matthew Broderick back to reprise his role from War Games?
Yeah, it was like, and what it was is you were shot into it, and your mouth had to be the one that was saying the lines, and if you missed it, you got shot back out. Like, it was a whole thing, completely missed.
Yeah,
like the entirety of the point of the book. I felt like,
because like nothing you mentioned I even remember. I mean, I don't remember the movie that well anyway, but I don't remember any of that. I remember the Iron Giant being in the movie. I was very happy about that.
Iron Giant was in the book.
He was in the book.
Iron Giant was there. I think. And even if he wasn't, I was okay with. Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, absolutely. But no, they changed so much of the whole situation, of the whole of the storyline and I think it was mainly with like the keys and how the keys were achieved. But I felt like that they catered too strongly to a more modern market.
Yeah, I can see that.
Everybody loves the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a truth universally known.
And like, so what year did the movie come out? Just as
I don't remember. 2018.
2018. Okay, so this is the height of Stranger Things popularity. The 80s are back. People are loving the 80s nostalgia, so that it really is a missed opportunity.
It was
to have made it the way that the book is, because that is so many references.
Well, and it's
or at least like keep some aspects, not change all of them.
They also made it seem like hunting for Halliday's keys was a thing that like everybody was doing as a part-time hobby. No, people had given up. It had been so long since he had died that most people had given up. Yeah. And if you got anywhere on it, that like the the bad guys would show up and like pay you to come work for them to try to figure it out.
Wow.
Because they wanted Halliday's company for themselves.
Yeah.
So this was not a light hobby.
Yeah.
You had to search through journal upon journal upon journal upon journal of like his life and the way that he did things. He left hints everywhere. He was a very cryptic man. Like, this was not something that was an open source
Right.
for you to easily be able to. You had to hunt, and you had to dedicate a fair amount of time to doing that. And they just kind of took away the stakes. It's like they didn't. I don't know. We lost what we stood for.
Right.
With a lot of the movie, I felt like I just didn't feel like I felt like we catered a little too hard to like, ooh, this cool sci-fi world.
Yeah.
Look, there's
Let's put in every reference
let's
that
put
we can.
in every modern reference that we can possibly.
don't
Oh,
know
there's
why-
that character from Overwatch. Oh, look over there, that's from Minecraft. It's like,
I don't know why people do that. They keep doing that because it's going to date the movie.
mm-hmm.
I don't know that. Does anyone play Overwatch anymore? I feel like Overwatch.
It doesn't exist.
What?
Overwatch is now Overwatch 2.
Oh my
The servers
god.
for Overwatch got shut down, and they're making people do Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 sucks. Nobody plays it.
I was gonna say because like I don't see
No one
anything
plays
about
it.
that game anymore.
Yeah.
It was everywhere at a certain point, and it just disappeared. Well, that sucks.
I have a hard
I feel
time
that.
with that movie just because I felt like it strayed. You had a really big opportunity to catch a really wide net of fans, and you chose to go the Overwatch route.
Yeah.
Because, like, putting in an entire D&D campaign underneath a school world is so cool.
I feel like that's more timeless in a way too, because like people still play D&D. D&D is still a thing.
Oh, yeah.
It probably will always be.
It
a
will
thing.
always be a thing.
Overwatch is no longer a thing.
Overwatch is no longer a thing, and there was other stuff like Minecraft is no longer that big of a thing. Like people do
unless
still
you're a
play
child,
it unless
but-
you're a child. But like Roblox and Minecraft is more for the younger generation than it is for the older generation. You had a chance to really do something and kind
Yeah.
of reach that crowd. And again, we're talking about a market that was kind of niche to begin with.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people had read Ready Player One. Not a lot of people knew what Ready Player One was. And so you give them this movie that's supposed to be a representation of the book. People go read the book, and probably some of them got pretty upset that it wasn't like the movie. I got upset that the movie wasn't like the book.
Yeah.
Because that book is so cool. And it approached a lot of things that, like, could potentially be in our future. And it's like a dystopian world, but it's, I don't know. It was really cool to read that book for the first time. Even if I didn't 100% get all the references, it was such a cool book. So for me to dull that down because you want to try to modernize it and reach the younger fans or whatever, you're doing a disservice to what it actually was.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, it's like just from what you were telling me, I would have loved to have seen all those things on screen.
We were so excited to see the joust.
Yeah.
Like that was one of our favorite parts of the book, was the very first key and him figuring out that riddle and then figuring out that it's on this world that no one would look at. Like, the worlds have been searched over 1,000 times and no one has ever looked on the school worlds because you can't fight on them.
That's so interesting.
It's like, it's not PvP. There are PvP worlds and then there are like the school worlds, and no one's ever searched the school worlds because
It's a school.
it's a school.
It's a school. What?
So it's like, then
I get it.
you just
I
make it a
know.
race that everybody can participate in. Oh, the trick is to drive backwards. Pisses me off.
I own this book because John read it. I'll have to get his opinion
Yeah, please do.
on because I know he
You just
read it.
call him up here.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, hold on.
Like, hey.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. This is how.
So Hillary has disappeared to fetch my husband from downstairs because he has both read the book and seen the movie. So we're going to get his expert opinion right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, my husband John
I forced him.
is going to give his thoughts on book versus movie. Ready Player One.
Hi, I was in the middle of a walking, so I wasn't expecting to be this. So if I'm huffy and puffy, I apologize.
I'm huffy and puffy every time.
Oh, okay. Well,
Do
okay.
you remember enough about the book versus the movie to say whether, if like, could you comment on whether the book was better versus the movie, or what they did right, what they did wrong?
I think they were both very good, very well done. Obviously, anytime you have a book, you can delve into things you have to show in a movie. You can't just
Right.
listen to inside their head what they're thinking all the time. I will say I think they were able to get away with a bit more IP in the book. I mean, I think the main character, his vehicle that he drives around is the Ecto 88,
Okay.
which is a combination of the DeLorean time machine and the Ghostbusters Ecto 1.
Okay, that's really cool.
So obviously that speaks to me. However, seeing the movie, I think that was a Steven Spielberg movie.
It
so,
was, yeah.
So automatically, I mean, it's Spielberg. He can do no wrong.
Yeah.
But, well, he can do. Anyway, no, that's a whole other subject.
He did.
But I mean, what they were able to do in that movie as far as getting the rights to different IP, I mean, if you look at it, there's like blink and you'll miss it shots of just like there's Chucky flying through the air
I forgot
with his
about
knife
that.
I did
ready.
forget,
I mean,
yeah.
it's like there's a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, they had like Overwatch characters, they had Jason, and
What I hated about it.
well, it's. I mean, obviously, I mean, but they're picking out from all these different things that just don't go together. I mean, it's like it was Fortnite the movie, but
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I mean, it kind of
Essentially.
is just by what the movie is.
It felt disjointed, is what I thought. Like, yes, you're throwing so many of these references in there that it's like you're not giving your proper dues to what the book was. I felt like.
Maybe, perhaps, but it's like, once again, it's a book compared to a movie. You have to have a runtime, and I know, I mean, I can get into other movies, but I won't because I wasn't asked yet. But books, they just give more time to breathe with things. You can really get into the character of what their internal thoughts and turmoils and their backstory. If I remember correctly, the book was a bit darker when it came to his backstory.
It was.
And the movie it's a blockbuster. They want to get people in seats,
You're right.
chomping on popcorn, having a good time. I had a great time. I don't want to get into any spoilers on the movie.
That we've already been there.
Oh, you've already been there? Have you gone into like the final battle?
No.
Okay, then I'm not going to say. You should watch the movie. It's a fun, good time. If you're a nerd like me, it will leave you satisfied as far as like your member berries, as they say.
Okay.
As the kids say. But it's a fun time. I don't think either is bad. I don't know if either is actually better than the other.
I have very strong opinions.
Yeah, she definitely had some differing opinions.
I
well,
thought it was. No,
did-
it's good that it's good to have your
Yeah,
own opinions.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
it's great to have
Well,
a differing perspective.
My question is, did you read the book first or see the movie first?
I read the book first.
Yeah, I saw the movie first. So, like I said, there's a lot of things I really like about the book. But like I saw the movie first, so maybe that's why I have a different opinion on it. But I had a great time with both. I mean,
I think it was a lot of missed opportunities.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I do think, like, if I had maybe watched the movie first and then read the book, maybe I would have had a different perspective. I didn't. I read the book.
I mean, too, the book.
And was super excited to see that. I was telling her this, super excited to see the first key. Like, in the book, and it's in the D&D world, and it's cool.
Yeah. That's true.
It's a joust tournament with a lich. Come on. Like, you kidding me?
But a lot of the stuff too is like some of the stuff I remember in the book. I think was more cerebral as far as like what the actual like quest was, and also they picked out more things that are more, how to put it, more interesting on screen for people of today.
Yeah,
like
that I can
love
see.
that. I love that chase
They-
scene. I think that is phenomenal. It's beautiful on screen. And the way the clue is there the entire time. And it's like until one person thinks differently from everybody else, everybody's go, go, go. And then finally this guy takes and literally stops and figures it out. And like there is no way to do it unless you do it that. But then again, it's like I remember in the book because they did do different ways to get the keys, if I remember correctly.
No, yeah, because the first key, I don't remember the third key that well, but the first key was the D&D World and the Joust tournament, and then the second key was like he had to recite word for word war games, like he was shot into the movie.
Yes, I remember that. And then I know
word for word
Adventure.
And then
The Atari game Adventure was one of them.
And then he had to get the Voight machine from Blade Runner, and he had to do Rush trivia to get like the second key. There was a lot to that one.
And see, I think a lot of that maybe wouldn't because when was the book written? Do you remember?
2012, yeah.
2012.
Well, I think it was published in 2011.
2000. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like I know a big part of the book is that 80s nostalgia, and kind of even feeding from nerd food groups that I don't feed from.
Yeah.
You know. So I think probably some of the changes they made with the movie was to make it more for a broader audience.
Yeah.
Because I had to look up some of the stuff they were talking about just to understand. It's like, and I'm a kid of the 80s. I know a lot of this stuff, but even I don't know a lot of that stuff. Yeah. And I think some of the choices they made, I mean, there's a lot of deep cuts in there. As far as like, especially for 90s kids, I know in the final battle, which was different from the book as well.
A little bit.
And they chose a different IP to use for that.
I mean, I think the back half of the movie was not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel as strongly as I did about the first task being to drive backwards on a racetrack.
But
You're telling
visually,
me, no,
Visually,
but you're
yeah,
telling me that no one in the history of that race has accidentally driven backwards?
no, never, ever. Not one, not any. Even Fred Flintstone, he was out there and he was pedaling his little feet off and he couldn't get going. And everybody knows how to drive. But it's like, if you think, well, okay, think of it this way. If you're playing Burnout or if you're playing Gran Turismo or something, how many times have you gone backwards? Now, I know I did back in my NASCAR games because I get so mad I just turn around and start driving backwards.
Grand Theft Auto? Do you know how many times I've actually thrown it in reverse on accident on Grand Theft Auto?
Okay, that's a very good point.
Lot.
Very good point. But
No,
maybe
it's just a switch, dude. It's not like it's an actual car. It's a switch on his hand.
There wasn't a key on the line in Grand Theft. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah, see, you can't. I think if they had made that one of the later tasks, I would have felt a little better about that. I was really disappointed not to see the Lich competition.
I think for me,
Yeah.
it's I understand from a movie maker's idea, because movies, you want to hook the audience, and how do you hook them better than with having a giant spectacle of just cars flying, explosions, King Kong flipping through, knocking stuff over. I mean, as a director and as you're in this sandbox of all these characters, it's, I mean, when else is Spielberg going to get a chance to do something like that?
That is true. That is true.
So looking at it from that perspective, I can get your view too. But for me, as a person who saw the movie first, I was having a blast.
Right.
And I watched the movie again not that long ago, and just watching again, I'm like, man, this is all just so cool. It's just like all this stuff happening, and it's just books and movies and TV are all separate mediums that have their strengths and their weaknesses. And I think this is one of those cases where I don't think the book or the movie is wrong. I think it's two different ways of telling the same story.
Okay. I like that perspective.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll
That
be
is-
a little. I get angry that the first key was a wraith, and they go backward.
Keep in mind, I love Days of Thunder, so I
mean,
am
no,
not. Maybe
it
I'm not
would've
the
been-
right person.
Put it at a different. I think it is at a different point in the book. I think they even have the race in the book. It's just a different key.
But sometimes, like I said, in movies, they'll move stuff around.
Yeah.
to
Not
engage
that,
the
though.
audience.
But they don't need to move that, though. You could have done that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to go back and look to see what the actual box office was and see if you were right or if Spielberg was right. And we'll go from there.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. She's
I'm
brought out
pulling
the phone.
up IMDb.
She's not letting it go. Okay.
No, why would I let it go? The budget was $175,000.
No, $175 million.
Million, sorry.
Yeah.
Million.
$175,000.
Spielberg does not make anything on $175,000.
I was gonna say, it's like,
He went,
wow, he did great.
Opening weekend, he made $41,764,048. So not great when you compare the budget with
Was
the
that
opening
domestic or was that?
weekend. That was U.S. and Canada. So I suppose that
that's
was
domestic.
That was
The
domestic.
gross worldwide was $607,874,430.
432.
So I
And
mean,
again,
it
not
made
great.
money.
Not
it made
great,
money.
Yeah.
Not
Everybody
compared to
got
what he
paid,
does. Yeah.
But that it's not breaking records.
No.
So that's
Yeah.
that was the thing, and I think a lot of people. This is what I was saying. Like you eliminated your fan base with this movie, because there was a fan base for this book. There was a very deep niche fan base
However,
for this book, and you eliminated it. with the
however, I never would have read the book had I not seen the movie.
movie. And I think that happens for some books. But I heard several people talk about like how disappointed they were
Oh, I'm sure.
in
Yeah.
the like even those that like watched the movie then went and read the book, they were super disappointed with like what the movie then was. I've never rewatched it.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should. However, it pisses me off.
I could totally get that because there are films that tick me off. But yeah, but I don't think that's one of the more egregious ones
Adaptation.
over
Well,
time.
Thank you,
So
John.
wait, because
What?
I'm not quite finished yet.
Okay.
Okay, speaking of Spielberg and speaking of book to film movie adaptations, there's just a rapid fire question.
Okay.
Which one do you prefer as Jurassic Park's biggest fan, book or movie?
Oh God. That's like choosing between children. Oh my God.
Says the man who has a Jurassic Park wrapped vehicle in his garage.
Yes, that's my newest baby. God.
Those love.
I think honestly, it's like if I had to choose one and remove the other, I would keep Jurassic Park the film.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is it's not just a film. I feel it moved the needle on what films can be.
Yes, that is very true.
But like the book is also it's very different. There are people that survive that don't in the movie and vice versa.
Okay.
But it's like I think they're both wonderful stories and I highly recommend both. Now The Lost World, that's a different scenario. Both are kind of mediocre in their own ways.
Well, it's a sequel.
It is a sequel. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to get into spoiler territory on the books. Are we allowed to do
There's a
that?
spoiler
Yeah,
tag
there's a-
on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a spoiler, but I hate to tell you this because you haven't read Jurassic Park, but
okay.
Ian Malcolm dies in Jurassic Park.
Not Jeff Goldblum. No, he's not a doctor.
however-
He's a chaos theorist.
However, he's a mathematician. Chaos. But he actually does come back for the Lost World book.
How?
What? Oh, so
Because
is
they
it a
wrote him off
prequel?
as being dead, and then they're like they found him in the book later. Because like obviously like Jeff Goldblum and Ian Malcolm is like the one of like the characters from Jurassic Park.
Oh, so was this book written post
I
Jurassic Park
think it
movie?
was. I think it was.
Okay, so it's like, oh, this is a beloved character. Let me figure out how to bring him
yeah,
back.
no,
The
actually,
author
yeah.
was like, you know what? I could make some money off of
Yeah,
this.
right.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like, and it's funny though because they actually like, they just kind of retconned it. It's
'cause
like
then,
they brought him back.
And then that whole movie is Ian Malcolm centered.
Yeah, so's the book. So is the book.
Wow, he really capitalized off of that.
Yeah.
That's consumerism at its finest.
But then again, too, that's something, too, I think that a lot of books and movies do, is that because, especially when it's a popular book, people read the book, they know everything's going to happen. If you go to a movie to see it, and it's everything that happens in the book, there's no surprise. There's no suspense.
That's the
but
one.
I love that.
Well, see, here's
But
the
then
thing.
you didn't like Ready Player One.
Because they changed.
But you didn't know what was going to happen, did you?
Well, see,
I hated it.
here's the thing. As someone who, it's like, I love books, and I'm also like, I studied film, so film is my medium. I love film. There's a middle ground that you have to strike whenever you do stuff like this.
Yes.
It's like, you can't. People don't like when you adapt something word for word, page by page, exactly the same.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney. So there has to be a middle ground where it's like, you can change stuff, but not too much to where it's no longer the same story. And then change some things to where it's like, it still keeps that
part.
There's still suspense, and there's still like, oh wow, like you need to feel something when you're watching these.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
because that's like when we talk about the best, like I have some on there. They're not the best because they are word for word. They're the best because of what they do.
because of the changes that they made. It's like, changes could be made for the worst. They could be made for the better. That's the beauty of film.
And that, I mean, and even goes, if you really want to get down to it, I mean, it's another book medium, but comic books.
Yeah.
Look at comic book movies now, which are everywhere.
Yep.
And like, you can do things where you can do verbatim what the comic did.
Yep.
But as time moves
There's too
on,
many Batman comics to do what the Batman comics did.
but you can
You
look
gotta
at,
pick storylines.
and they do. But like, if you were to take and like let's say, just for example, the Dr. Octopus introduction from the comic books, which is like comic number 3 or 4 or 5, it's like, that was back in the 60s. Life isn't like that today.
Yeah,
So if you
exactly.
try to adapt that to now,
It's like, what the heck?
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't work. But I think the really
Like the
successful,
pink kryptonite? Are we talking about the pink kryptonite? Is that what we're talking about?
that's DC. That's different.
That's DC. We're talking about Spider-Man.
But I think it comes down to is like walking that line between making changes that add to the story and making changes that take away from the story. I think
It
chapter
was a
1 and chapter
very-
2, I think that adds enough and leaves out some of the stuff that's more controversial that should never have been in the book to begin with.
Never. Yeah.
But and I think those do a great job, and even expanding that to Welcome to Derry, which is just mentioned like these things that happened in the movies and the book, and it's expanding the lore, it's making it interesting. It has my attention.
Yep.
But I mean, that can go for any medium, and it can be done poorly as well.
Yeah. There are a lot of poorly done ones.
There are. And with as much money as they put into these things, you would think they'd have somebody that would watch it and say, yeah, maybe not. Maybe we should go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
The Dark Tower was also on that list of.
Oh, I still need to
things,
watch
yeah.
that, but I've only heard bad things. Because they try to adapt the first 4 or 5 books into
All
7 books into one movie.
All 7.
Sweet Lord.
As another person who has watched Eragon, you agree that it is not a good movie.
The only good thing to come out of that movie was that
The red sword.
red blade was
Yeah.
the only thing. I have that at my parents'
Yes,
house.
you do.
It is a gorgeous sword.
It is a beautiful sword.
That is the only good thing to come out of that. I think the thing that made me angriest, because I didn't read the book, was watching the special features, and they're talking about the elves, and I'm like, what elves? There were no elves in this.
Yeah.
And then they like, well, so we wanted to be a bit different, so we didn't give them the regular pointed ears you see all elves
Yeah.
had. That's why they have them, because they are elves.
They are elves.
If you're, they should, oh, just
And
why?
I remember Arya. I think that was her name, Arya, the elf
Don't ask
that
me.
helps her, or that helps Eragon. She had black hair in the book. They made her a full ginger in the. Not that I don't have anything against gingers. I thought she was beautiful. How did we get here? Okay, Well, on that note.
Any other hot takes I can divulge?
Oh, here's another one. You
God.
liked The Cat in the Hat.
No, I
yeah.
didn't.
The movie?
No.
Yes, you did. You were having a great
I was
time.
having a great time because it was so bad. Doesn't mean I liked it. Oh my god, no! No, it's like Madam Web. It's hate watching. It's like
I
you
did
watch
mention
it
that.
and it's so bad.
All right,
It
so
is
you heard it.
bad.
You heard it here from the man himself. He did not enjoy that movie, so you agree it was a hot mess.
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's
Yes.
good because we thought you liked it. We
Not
were
to
worried.
mention, it's got that what's the kid's name? Spencer Breslin,
Yeah.
who couldn't act his way out of a paper bag. I mean, whose kid is he? Because obviously it's a producer's.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
See, this was the hot take we were wanting.
This
the
isn't a hot
entire
take.
time.
This is just truth.
Oh my gosh.
What do we got?
I think that'll do it. I think that was everything.
That's me bringing the podcast to a screaming halt.
Thank
Heck
you
yes.
so much for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you for your perspective and wonderful additions to for people to ponder and kind of think about when it comes to book versus movie adaptations or
Yeah.
series adaptations. 'Cause
I'm not a smart man. I just
But it's nice. My viewpoints were completely different from yours. So like every bit of the
keep in mind I'm also the one that gets totally butthurt over certain things in movies that like so I'm saying all these nice things about this one because I actually enjoyed it, but like my god, there's so many other movies where I mean, it's not even have to be something I read. It's just something I see and I'm like, why did they do it this way? And then I get annoyed. So I can't say anything, but I'm going to say it. I said it.
He said it. And that's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
Welcome back from the dead, Ian Macklin.
That's right. That's right.
Our cash
Had
cow.
no idea.
Had no idea.
I love that they killed him off
And-
and immediately
And
brought him
I will
back.
tell you, there are other people who live in the book, who die in the movie, and who die in the book and live in the movie.
Interesting.
There's at least 3 others.
Oh my God.
Maybe 4. And ones you would really not think of.
Wow.
Does Morgan Freeman get out alive?
Morgan Freeman is not in Jurassic
Do you
Park.
mean Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, I didn't mean say no. My bad.
God, it's like that
gonna
that
go
interview.
die now.
That interview with Sam Jackson where
I'm
it's like
not Lawrence Fishburne. Just one Super Bowl commercial.
no, it's Sam Jackson.
Sam Jackson.
Move on, please.
Okay.
Just like awkward silence.
All right. This episode has gone on long enough. And if people are still listening, I apologize.
We're gonna come back for our part 2.
Yes, we
for
were
best
supposed to do our best
adaptation.
adaptations, but now we will have to be splitting this episode into 2.
Because we
So-
just like to yap, okay?
Yep, and we even have a wonderful guest pop in from downstairs.
You wouldn't believe the traffic.
Oh my god, I can imagine.
Shut up, nerd.
All right, well, I'm going to go back to my walk.
Okay.
Have a wonderful rest of your podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get all updates and things. God, I've watched way too much YouTube.
Not the bell icon.
Hit the bell icon, smack it, smash it hard. Yeah, I hate when they say that,
Yeah, me
but I
too.
said it anyway, so I'm sorry, but you're welcome. Bye.
Thank you, John.
Anyway, so
Yes.
we're gonna like Natasha said, we gotta wrap up. We're gonna do part 2 for next week because we talked too long
Yes,
again.
so next
Um,
week will be our favorite movie
Adaptations
or
and the
book to
ones
screen adaptations.
and the ones that we're looking forward to coming out later this year.
Yes.
Some that are already out that I put
So-
on this list, but
That's what that will be. And we have talked for entirely too long, so we will see you next
wait,
time.
Before we go, though,
Oh,
one last thing.
yes.
you bum rushed me.
I'm sorry.
What are you reading?
Oh, I am currently reading Fourth Wing. I know we talked about it a little bit already. I'm 100 pages away from the ending. And like we said before, that's going to be a whole other episode where I give my thoughts.
And
And-
then then
And you will be reading Frankenstein.
Yeah,
And you will give your thoughts.
Yeah. So we're gonna make notes, folks. This is a
Yes.
big one.
This is going to be a big one.
But I'm finishing People We Meet on Vacation.
Okay.
By Emily Henry, which is another adaptation.
It is an
It was
adaptation.
a good adaptation. I really enjoyed it. It was very cute.
Okay.
And then once I get done with that, because I'm like 10 minutes from the end of the book, according to my Kindle, I will be starting Frankenstein. So.
Heck yes.
Yes, because it's already
Exciting.
downloaded and on the Kindle.
Oh, exciting to hear the thoughts.
Yeah. And then I got about 10 books for my birthday that I probably
Yeah.
should read.
Books on the to be read list.
Yay! Of the 100 and some I probably already.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's
fine.
okay. Anyway, that's all, folks.
That
We'll
is
see you
all.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.